All right, going live here. 4, 3, 5. All right. So this is the first podcast. Let's see. Let's just figure it out. Just talk to myself for a minute. See what's going on. And I don't know if this is what's going on here. Okay. All right. Let's see what's going on here. Going live. How do I know if somebody else is watching this thing? This is recording though. Okay. It's recording. All right. So the program, want to start doing a weekly podcast on the creation, accumulation, and preservation of wealth. One of the biggest problems that we have in our community is that we don't understand money and how money can be used, how money is a tool that can be used to solve not only individual problems, but our collective societal problems that we face. So I was trying to look at Facebook here and see if I could, there's a lot of stuff I guess I have to learn, but a lot of my younger constituents will tell me what I need to do, and I'll look at, come up to speed on this. All right. So, I loaded my Facebook page. Now, Boardwalk Management, if you see this video is popping up there. So, it should be, it's full of information, but it's about the individual. Through our communities now, you look right through the communities. Now you see homeless. I saw this video on Facebook this morning about this young lady doing an excellent job doing these documentaries across her. I don't want to quote her name, misquote it. Excellent job. But we look at these problems, and it's all across, not only in the United States, but across the world. These same type of issues, they repeat themselves. And we believe in all kinds of things that keep us apart. The Willie Lynch syndrome is alive and well throughout all of society, not just among Black people, just the whole of society. So how do we get a grip on this? It's individual study and discipline about life. I put together a continuing education curriculum that deals with personal growth and development. It deals with reality in America, how to live in America. And people got all kinds of views. I don't believe in capitalism. I believe in socialism. I don't believe in that. But you got to pay your rent every month. You got to eat. You got to go buy some food. And if you don't engage in productive enterprise, then you're going to rob and take from other people. So this is going to be Saturday school, Sabbath school. So that way we can have a lot of activities going on. Got a lot of videos. I try to load them up like YouTube videos. I put them on there so that way you can look at it. But that's just basically motivation and to get you going. On the webpage, powerthrough-unity.org and boardwalklifeplan.com, you can go and put your name, best email address, and enter that and confirm the email. You start getting lessons, orientation. It starts out with an orientation that gets you acclimated. And if you're not used to studying and reading, it's going to be tough. But when we get older, we should become more mature and understand what we need to do to develop ourselves. And one of the things that I learned in going to law school is how to teach myself. But in order to be successful through school period, you got to learn how to teach yourself. You got to learn how to study and discipline yourself and change behavior. A lot of our young people, they're out of control, like to party all the time. And then one day they wake up and realize that, hey, man, I got to start thinking about my future. So we want to look at ourselves from the ground floor. And one of the most difficult things that a person has to do is to rebuild themselves. And everything, just like an apartment complex or building structure. You know, if you have a building that you built this fabulous structure, but the foundation is not good, then that structure, when it rains and over a period of time, it's going to be out of sync and it's going to eventually collapse. Based upon the history that we've had in this country, our foundation is poor. And some of us as individuals have an opportunity to pull our way up. But unless you have other structural bricks to hold it together, you may be the only brick that's left, but everything else is falling to the wayside. So unless we have a society where we have a large number of equally yoked, brilliant-minded individuals that understand capitalism, meaning that how you work together and how you can use your money and resources to create, accumulate, and preserve wealth. You know, the time that we have people in our community that are doing very well. And we have those who look and glamorize them. And they show some black faces on TV and they figured everybody's doing well. But that's not the reality of it. We got to snap out of that glorifying others. That's idol worship. And God gave us a brain. We're individuals. And we have to learn how to be responsible individuals and be the best that we can be. So the orientation, when you sign up, the orientation, 7-day orientation, I go into more detail with that. So there really shouldn't, no matter what your religious belief system is or whatever you do, I deal with the fundamental issue that you're going to be the final test, the individual. You're going to stand alone. So it depends on your personal growth and development and what kind of good works that you do that's going to balance the scale, and how much grace and mercy you showed others and the legacy that you leave behind. But one of the lessons go into that into much more detail, because you get indoctrinated in church and it breaks you down. They break you down telling you ain't nothing. You ain't nothing but a sinner. You know what I'm saying? And we don't, and too many. That's how you come up with this depression and psychosis and stuff. This low self-esteem. That's nonsense. That's utter nonsense. So first of all, the ministry, part of the ministry is broken down into 3 prongs. You visit the website, then you already know. And I would admonish you to go and take the time to look at both the websites, powerthrough-unity.org and boardwalklifeplan.com. And don't be afraid to spend some time there. A lot of you, you color struck. You see a black person like, I want to listen to that. And we do things unconsciously. I know sometimes I have to catch myself, but then once I actually take the time to listen, I'm like, oh man, this is some great stuff. So we have to take the time to slow down. We're moving too fast. We're moving too fast. Slow down. And I'm just talking to you right now. The meat and grits have got a whole university and a home program to set up for you. And basically this is a course in financial management. And I wrote the book, and that's what the curriculum, we had to go through this. It's about financial management. But in order to make it palatable, I tried to make it relatable to your life. And if you go to the website, powerthrough-unity.org, and go to the events page, and I put a piece there where one of the young men that attended my seminar in the past, and he was able to catch up with me one day as I was walking in the mall and flagged me down, and he gave me this testimony. So I'd like to share that with you as well. All right, so but we have to learn to slow down. First of all, and and the 30-day, I don't have a skit laid out or anything like that. I'm just talking to you right now until I go into to some material. Go to the website. It all starts there. Everything I'm doing is to direct you to the website so you can fill that out, get that 30-day life plan going. Because the 30-day life plan, what that does is it gets you to dreaming again, have visions. Listen to this other young lady on the YouTube. They have their vision board, right? These are the things you want. And we are powerfully, spiritual beings, and that's where we get confused. We'll break that down, and later on during the week after this gets going and so forth, we'll have other type of studies, so we can look at things from a different perspective. But the 30-day life plan helps you to get organized. It helps you to get focused, right? Helps you to get focused. Budgeting. Look at the budget. The budget is your friend. The budget is your friend. Make that budget your friend, right? And as I was growing up, a lot of this stuff is from trial and error, man. I wish I had learned this information when I was 18 years old, leaving home. I wish I was equipped with this information. Then the money, the cash flow that I had, I would have a different perspective. So now we have an opportunity to make sure that your young people are equipped. And how I put this material together, going through there, I used to read the Wall Street Journal. And every year, the wealthy and the well-to-do, they send their kids to a summer camp where they're indoctrinated this material year after year about finance. So it's in their DNA. When I was in law school, I had an outline and so forth that broke down the law into an outline. And that's what I attempted to do here, is to break this material down into an outline and feed it to you. From the creation, the first 4 chapters deal with the creation of wealth. The next 4 deals with the accumulation of wealth. And the last 4 deals with the preservation of wealth. And we have to stop. The only way that things are going to change in your life and the community, you got homelessness and it's all over the place, is that we make the difference. We have to be the difference that we seek. We have to put some work in. I know this movement is going to take a moment to get going. Like I said, this is therapy for me too. You know what I'm saying? This is all I know. It's what I've done. And I hope to be a blessing to others. And this new technology now allows us to get the material out to thousands to millions of people with it at the same time. So all these individuals can engage in personal reflection and study. Take some time, slow down. Everybody got a project. I'm working on this project. I'm working on that project. I had, back in the day, this one individual working on a project and said they wanted to sue somebody because they stole their idea. I'm like, okay, you put the project together and then you share it with someone, right? Without the proper disclosure agreements, non-disclosure agreements. And now you want to sue them because they took your idea. Prove it. Or just organizational wise. And just working on projects that never get done, never come to fruition because there's no management system in place. For businesses, just no cash flow management, no accounting system. And the household is a business. The household is a business. You got young people without high school education, getting married, want to raise children.